County Cougars who make the trip to Greenville, looking for what would be their 200th win in program history. It would also mean a 6-0 start, adding to their best start since the year 2012. And a good evening and welcome to Muhlenberg Stadium, Muhlenberg County here and Mustang Stadium as we are here live in Greenville, Kentucky. Sam Gormley here with you as we welcome you into the Locker Room Show. As tonight it's the Grayson County Cougars taking on the host Muhlenberg County Mustangs in a district matchup. So you look at this, both teams opened district play last week, Grayson County defeating Breckenridge County, and Muhlenberg County defeated Ohio County. So the final score of the Muhlenberg game is 35-20. They beat Ohio, and Grayson County defeated Breck County last week 24-12. But obviously you throw everything out, these two teams are going at it here. Grayson County could go into the bye week at 6-0 and 2-0 in district play before having a couple of three straight huge games coming out of the district. I mean, if you picked your three big games coming out of the district tournament, out of the bye week, this is probably the ones that you'd look at. You start off with Graves County, a team that you knocked out in the playoffs last year, and then you've got Ohio County, the return of Q McHenry, and then you have Owensboro to wrap up district play before heading to Hart County to wrap up the season. Muhlenberg County, though, enters the game with a record of 2-3. Grayson County 5-0. We'll let you know a little bit more about each team coming up here as this is the Locker Room Show on K105.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just walk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers!
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to Muhlenberg County High School where the Grayson County Cougars and the Muhlenberg County Mustangs getting ready to have a game here as it's game 2 of district play for each of these two teams. Muhlenberg County, though, enters the game with a record of 2-3, 1-0 in 5A District 1. Last week, they defeated Ohio County by a final score of 34-20. The last time, though, these two teams met, it was back the last game of last regular season, Grayson County winning that one 35-14. But the last time that these two teams met here at Muhlenberg County, the Mustangs came away with a 26-7 win as it was pouring rain, it was cold, it was horrible, horrible weather. As I know, I was a member of the Greenwood High School broadcast team at that point, and we were at the Stadium of Champions playing Hopkinsville. And I know Don was telling me that they had the same exact, Muhlenberg and Hopkinsville really aren't that far apart from one another in the same conditions. It was a nightmare the entire time there. But Muhlenberg County, they're coached by Joshua Staples. He's in his first season, 2-3, as he's replacing Hayes Browning, who resigned after 5 years following the end of last season. When you look at this Muhlenberg County team, Bronson Healy is the starting quarterback on the year. He's 18 of 42 for 294 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. He was 5 of 12 in the game against Ohio County. But again, when you circle and you look at Bronson Healy, accuracy has been something that has been a little bit of a weakness for him. Against Grayson County last year, he was 2 of 14. So completing 1 out of every 7 passes is never exactly how you're going to want to start a game there. Jamie Bullock and Alec Drake are the 2 leading rushers for the team, as Bullock has 53 carries for 281 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Drake has 44 carries for 255 yards and 4 touchdowns. There's a little bit of some similarities here between, as Grayson County will run 2 running backs out at you, as will Muhlenberg County. So not necessarily identical offenses. So we'll talk to Coach Brian Jones, the offensive coordinator for Grayson County, here in just a moment about what he thinks about maybe are there some similarities between the offenses and things along the lines of that. Alec Drake is also the leading receiver. He has 7 catches for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caden Revelette has 5 catches for 104 yards for an average of 20.8 yards. Braden Lovin has 6 catches, which is the second most on the team. Muhlenberg County is averaging 18.4 points per game in their 3 losses. They're only averaging 2.7 points a game, while in their 2 wins, they're averaging 42. So you want to see a reason why they haven't won some of the games that they have? There you go. Circle it right there. Team has 7 2-point conversions, as Alec Drake has the most with 3, as they don't kick extra points. In fact, there's no stats listed on KHSAA that says that they've attempted an extra point at all this year, nor do they have a kicker listed on their roster, which is a little bit interesting, but we'll be sure to let you know if we do find out more about that. For defense, they're giving up 30 points a game, giving up 151 yards on the ground, 121 through the air, and the leading tackler on the team is Trevor Nolan. Again, they don't have a kicker listed on their roster. Come in with a record of 2 wins and 3 losses. Their wins have come against Ohio County and against Hopkins County Central, while their losses have come against Trigg, Logan, and McLean counties. As we're looking at the score here, is we've got ourselves about 23 minutes away until kick. We'll come back and let you know a little bit more about the Grayson County Cougars. This is Cougar football right here on K105.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
An opportunity to make history could come here today as Grayson County will look to win their 200th game in program history tonight as they take on the Mustangs of Muhlenberg County. They're also looking to move to 6-0 on the season. Last week they defeated Breckenridge County by a final score of 24-12 to make their best start since the 2012 year. As it is homecoming tonight here at Muhlenberg County High School, as the fans are starting to roll in here. Looks like a good crowd. As you can see, if you're watching with us on Facebook or on YouTube or one of our other digital productions options, we're right by the ladder. So usually we have our banner that goes up behind us, but there's no way, because if I go back, I'm right there up against the ladder right there. So there's no room for us really to move on. But we'll be seeing people come up and down here throughout the game. But it's kind of funny there to see just the ladder. It'll be good background. So people might enjoy watching that more than they'd enjoy watching me. Grayson County, though, Logan Kopp is the starting quarterback. The senior has completed 8 of 19 passes for 109 yards. He was 2 of 5 for 16 yards last week. Hunter Gibson has attempted 1 pass on the year. It was complete, and it was the lone touchdown passing-wise for Grayson County. Rushing-wise, Jacob Kerr was the man last week, as he was the second leading rusher, 271 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 6.8 yards per carry. Last week he had the career high 118 yards on 14 carries, and he also had a touchdown, and he also forced a fumble that he returned for a touchdown as well. As Hunter Gibson is the team's leading rusher, he is just shy of 500 yards, 499 to be exact, and 8 touchdowns. Last week he rushed only 5 times for 15 yards. As they just rode the hot hand, and that was Jacob Kerr. Breck County really didn't have an answer for him the entire night. Hunter Gibson is the leading receiver, 6 catches for 93 yards. Hunter Toms is a lone touchdown reception, as that was caught by Hunter Gibson. And Caden Woodcock caught both of the passes last week for the Cougars, as those were his first of the year, and they combined again for 16 yards. Rushing offense rushed for 351 yards. As one of those runs this is rush offense for the Cougars last year against Muhlenberg County, rushed for 351 yards. One of those, though, was a 93-yard run by one Qdarius McHenry. Scoring offense is averaging 29.8 points a game. The team has only gone for 2 once this year, and the reason why is they've got Logan Raymer, the dynamite kicker for the Cougars, as he is 17 of 18 on PATs and 4 of 5 on field goals. He's made a 37, 32, and 2 21-yard field goals. He did have a 47-yard field goal blocked last week against Breck County. Defensively for the Cougars, rush defense gives up just shy of 60 yards per game. They gave up 62 last week to Breck County. Pass defense is giving up 105.2 yards per game, and the team is only allowing 10 points per game. And that's been the thing that they have ridden hard, is the defense. They know that that's one of the strengths, so why not? If it's a strength, use it, and use it to your advantage. That's exactly what you want if you're Grayson County. You've got that. Let's see how far you can do it. Cooper Terry's the leading tackler. He's 31 total tackles, but did not play earlier this year against Fort Campbell. Ryan Mode leads the team with 7 tackles for a loss. Hunter Pendergast is second with 5. Ryan Coates is the team lead with 3 sacks. Jacob Kerr has 2. And the team as a whole has 9 total sacks coming into tonight's game. A big thing that you can circle when looking at this defense, other than just the scoring offense, is that they have recovered 9 fumbles on the year. Levi Martin leads the team with 2 recovered, and last week Jacob Kerr forced a fumble and returned it 10 yards for a touchdown. And I know that there was a little bit of controversy on whether it was a forward pass, and after watching our replay, it was not a forward pass at all. If you're watching with us, though, on K105 Digital Productions, and you're a little bit confused on why the Cougars are warming up on a soccer field, it's because the homecoming festivities were happening on the actual field, so they wanted to have something and somewhere to warm up, so they have just actually not left over there. As it looks like Muhlenberg County has gone back into the locker room, but the Cougars are warming up actually behind the press box right now for that. Hunter Toms has both of the team's interceptions. He returned 1 for 46 yards that clinched the win over Fort Campbell back a few weeks ago. The team allowed 174 rushing yards and 55 passing yards to Muhlenberg last year. When you look at this Grayson County team, though, you can kind of classify themselves as road warriors in a way, as they are currently on a 3-game road trip During this season, the team will travel 354.7 total miles. That's one way. So to get to each game, they will travel a total of 354 miles, which is the most that they have traveled since the year of 2005. They're averaging 59.1 miles per trip to travel out. So obviously the Fort Campbell game helps out a lot in that. But again, 6 road games too is helping in that total as well. So Grayson County is that total of over 350 miles that they're going to travel. So if you add that up, it's over 700 total miles round trip that Grayson County will travel. And that's not counting the possibility of if they make a playoff game, maybe it's a road game, maybe it's a home game, they might even add even more to that. But this is just regular season, the most they've traveled since the year of 2005. We'll take a break and come back here with more, as we'll talk to the Grayson County offensive coordinator Brian Jones after this, as this is Cougar football right here on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
It's one of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We are Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
The Twin Lakes Fast Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to the Locker Room Show on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by the offensive coordinator of the Grayson County Cougars, Brian Jones. And Coach, when going back and watching some of the film from the Breckinridge County game, what did you see that you liked?
That our kids, basically kept fighting. They did a good job kind of keeping things close there. When we had an opportunity, we thought we could kind of open things up, and I felt like they kind of hung around with us. And so we had to play 4 quarters. There's no doubt about it. And so continual effort, 4 quarters was nice. We'd like to have seen things kind of open up and us get a little further away from them. But, they played hard, kept fighting, and they've got a couple talented kids there that can make plays.
After the game last week, Coach Smart expressed some frustrations about the secondary especially. Has that been a focus in practice this week, and what have you been doing to try and improve that?
I think Coach Smart does a good job with those guys back there. He takes personal pride in the secondary, and so I think he's tried to maybe go back to the basics a little bit and work on fundamentals and technique, and and really try to just simplify some things for those guys to make them feel more comfortable. Because there's one thing about football: the more comfortable you feel, the faster you play, and the quicker you react. And so I think he just tried to build some confidence in those guys this week.
Jacob Kerr was all over the field on both sides of the ball last week. How does he complement, though, on the offensive side of the ball, Hunter Gibson as both of the running backs? Do they complement each other well?
Yeah, I think so. I think they both do an excellent job being patient, staying behind blocks. But there's no doubt they're a little bit different kind of runners. It's kind of a yin and yang. And, unfortunately for us that, when one guy is kind of been struggling a little bit. The other guys, typically had a pretty good game, and no doubt Jacob Kerr had a huge game last week, a defensive touchdown, offensive touchdown, led us in tackles. I mean, he was everywhere last week.
Your team has another road game this week. Do you think that they're starting to develop a little bit of a road warrior mentality in a way?
I think our kids play hard every week. I don't know how much they pay attention to whether it's at home or away throughout the week. But there's no doubt. I think they're becoming more accustomed to playing on the road, as we've had, several away games the first half of this year.
Looking at Muhlenberg County here today, last week they held Q to under 100 yards, which, as we've learned last year at times, is a accomplishment of its own, let alone coming out with a win there. Did you see some things on film that you think that they're going to throw at you defensively, that what they use to slow down Q, if you get what I'm saying with this?
I actually think they kind of played different because of Q. It looked like to me they kept a guy that basically just spied Q the whole game, and that was his sole responsibility, and basically played defense with 10 and then one-on-one with Q, which, is probably a pretty good tactic so long as your guy that's spying him can kind of stay with him. So I don't think we'll see that, because we don't have that one guy that, we're trying to get the ball to. I think we try to do a pretty good job of spreading the ball around in our two-back gun stuff, and then, when we get under center, it's just power football. And so it's, I don't know if what they did last week will apply to us nearly as much as it did, against playing Q-Darius, but the same framework as their type of defense will be there, and obviously the same kids playing. So we're going to have to, do the little things right this week and stay on blocks and things like that, because, everybody knows we're going to try to run the ball. And so in order for us to have some success and move the chains, we're going to have to start doing some little things better, because we're going to see some better players up front, some more talented teams on the defense side of the ball. So we're going to have to do a better job.
I know you have a primary focus on the offense, but when you look at Muhlenberg County offensively, you see that they have a running back that runs a little bit, and then they have two running backs. Is there some similarities between these two offenses?
They look like, to me, thinking back to teams we played this year, they have transitioned into being a lot like Hancock County. They got a quarterback that's big and strong and is tough to bring down. You got to hit him low, and then they've got a little wing back that's really quick and fast, and they've got a receiver that's pretty talented as well. I think personally, I think Coach Smart does a good job against that kind of offense. Early in the year, Muhlenberg was kind of a shotgun spread team, and I think that has the potential to kind of give us a little bit more fits, spreading us out and throwing the ball. Is where we've been a little bit weaker this year than, say, against the run and teams that have been under center. So hopefully they continue their trend and they're under center and trying to run the ball, because that fits good for our defense and what we're good at. But you never know what we'll show up and see.
What do you need to do to go 6-0 tonight?
I think we've got to finish drives, pick up first downs, not get behind the chains offensively. And then defensively, I think the kids just need to continue what they've been doing. I think we've been pretty strong against the run this year. Here the past few weeks, Muhlenberg's trying to run the ball more. So I think so long as our defense continues to play the way we've been playing and we finish some drives, I think we've got a great opportunity.
Coach, good luck.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
We'll have more here on the Locker Room Show coming up after this.
It's one of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We are Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
There is the national anthem there, as we wanted to be sure to bring that to you, as it came a little bit longer than we were expecting, but that's okay, as the crew is getting ready. As I got to fix the headset there a little bit, as I had to take it off. But yeah, Grayson County again coming in this game with a record of 5-0. Muhlenberg County entering with a record of 2-3, as the Color Guards currently making their way off the field, as it is a beautiful night for football. A little bit hot, but nothing like we've had at some points here this season already. Grayson County, your keys to tonight's game for the Cougars: pressure the quarterback. Healy has some issues at times with accuracy. It's probably a good thing to do that as well. Spread out the rushing attack. It's been a couple of times here the past couple of weeks where multiple players have one player has dominated. Try and see if you can't get both mixed in, and be smart with the ball. Pun intended on that. Limit turnovers. Don't make mistakes on little plays. Don't let Muhlenberg County come back into this game. We'll come back and have the play-by-play here of this game, as Grayson County trying to go to 6-0 and win program win number 200, as this is Cougar football right here on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew! Ew, yourself. Don't just squawk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers!
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
It's time for football in Greenville as the Grayson County Cougars and the Muhlenberg County Mustangs are matching up here for a district game. And welcome in here, Sam Gormley here with you tonight for the call of tonight's coverage live high atop Mustang Stadium as we are way up here. In fact, 66 steps to be exact. As I was told on my way in, he said, have fun getting up there. It's 66 steps high. It's probably the highest we've been this year. Fort Campbell was close, but I still think we are even higher than we were there just a couple of weeks ago. It is a little warm, but a perfect night here for football. Grayson County won the toss. They have deferred to the second half, so they are going to kick this one away. And Muhlenberg County will start the game with the ball. As we appreciate you, though, joining us here for tonight's coverage. So you might be listening with us on K105 here on WKHG Litchfield, or watching with us on K105's Facebook page, K105.com, the K105 YouTube page, the K105 Sports Periscope, or the Litchfield's Country Station 103.9, the Moose's Facebook page. As always, if you're watching with us, let us know where you're watching from, who you might be cheering for, if there's a specific player or something. We love to hear those things. Grayson County, though, going to be kicking off from left to right. It'll be Logan Raymer to kick this one, and a Muhlenberg player is going to have to check out of the game. I'm not sure what it might have been, but they're going to send two men deep. Actually, it's just going to be a single man deep. It's Trace Angus. He's lined up too. So here comes the kick from the senior kicker, Logan Raymer. And it is going to be picked up here on the bounce at about the 12-yard line by Angus. He's going to angle it back towards the middle outside the far hash. Now he's still on his feet across the 25, and he's going to be brought down. Actually, the ball's out. Who comes down with this one here? Grayson County does. And Cougars are going to get the ball here to start this game. As Angus was brought down at about the 29-yard line, and that ball popped out, and on the turf that they have here at Muhlenberg County, it skirts across almost like a hockey puck across the turf. So Grayson County will get the ball here to start this game. The ball placed here at the Muhlenberg County 37-yard line. So what a start here for Grayson County. They forced the turnover. That is their 9th fumble that they've recovered on the year. Shotgun formation. Logan Kopp is the one, the senior quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Curry. He's up the middle. He's got a hole up across to about the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down here at about 3 for Grayson County. As it'll be down to the 30, so that will be a pickup of 7 yards for the senior running back, Jacob Kerr. Of course, Kerr, second leading rusher on the team, 271 yards and 3 touchdowns last week. He had a career-high 118 yards on 14 carries and a touchdown. So we have a little bit of a wishbone formation here for Kopp. Sends a man in motion. It's Mason Miller who's back into the game after missing a few with a concussion. It's another handoff to Jacob Kerr. He's across the left side, still on his feet across the 25. And the mass, he's still pushing with that mass down across the 20-yard line. And that's the thing with Jacob Kerr is he's strong legs. As he's down to the 19-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 yards and a first down Cougars. So Grayson County there moving the ball here early on in their first drive. So we're about a minute into this game. The Cougars trying to get points here to start off. Again, the wishbone formation. Woodcock and Kerr in the backfield. Mason Miller is the fullback, and the snap is out, and Kopp's just going to have to fall on it. As the snap was wide, and Logan Kopp just rolls out to his right and is able to fall on it. Back at the 26-yard line, that's a loss of 7 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 17. So not exactly what they were wanting there after they went into the red zone, 2nd down and long, as it was just a bad snap, and Logan Kopp was able to luckily fall on it in a smart play there by Kopp just to fall on it. You don't want to try and pick it up. Next thing you know, Muhlenberg County has a hit on you, and something goes along the lines of that. So here it comes, one wide receiver out on the far side, 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Shotgun formation for Kopp. It's going to be a handoff to Kerr across the left side. He's across the 25 and across the 20, nearer to the original line of scrimmage, up to about the 19-yard line. So a pickup of 7 yards there for Jacob Kerr, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 here for the Cougars. So 3rd down and 10 coming up. So 9.5 minutes to play in your opening quarter after Grayson County recovers the fumble on the kickoff. And get great field position. Kopp in the shotgun formation, and Muhlenberg County, about 3 or 4 of them jump off sides. That's an easy call there for the officials, and that'll give Grayson County a 3rd down and 5 here. So that's about 3 or 4. Take your pick on the defensive line there as they all jumped at once. Looks like maybe switching up the count a little bit there, and it pays to their dividends. Of course, they are in field goal range. Not that that's something that Ed Smart would even want to think about here, but they are possibly in the chance of a field goal from the 14-yard line. 9 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. No score between Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. Under center is Kopp. He's going to hand it across the left side, across the 10, and down inside the 10-yard line on the run. And that was Jacob Kerr again. He's going to be brought down at about the 7-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down, Cougars. A pickup of 7 yards. So here comes the Cougars. It'll be 1st down and goal from the 7. Kopp is under center. He has Jacob Kerr lined up directly beside him. He's going to go across the left side, churning his legs, and he's going to go up to about the 5 and immediately be pushed back by the Muhlenberg County defense. As there was about 4 or 5 Muhlenberg County defenders in there to bring him down. So that'll bring up 2nd down and goal here from the 5 for Grayson County, trying to get on the board first here. Logan Kopp gets the play call from offensive coordinator Brian Jones. And he will go under center. It's going to be pitch out wide to the right, and nothing going there on the run, and it's dropped for a loss of about 5 yards. Hunter Gibson comes in for his first carry, and he's dropped for a loss of 5. As they ran the pitch play out to the near side here, and Hunter Gibson is stopped for a loss. And Muhlenberg County, the edge rusher there, was not fooled at all. So 3rd down and 10 here coming up for the Cougars from the 10-yard line, trying to get some points. Do they possibly look to pass here? Under center is Kopp. It's a handoff across the left side to Gibson, and he gets up to the original line of scrimmage and is pushed back. In fact, he's going to even lose about a half of a yard. So Grayson County, Muhlenberg County comes up with a stop. And it is going to be a loss of 1 yard back to the 11. So Logan Raymer is going to come in to attempt the field goal. And if you're Muhlenberg County head coach Joshua Staples, you have to be ecstatic about holding them there. So it will be a 27-yard field goal attempt here coming up for the senior kicker Logan Raymer. 4-5 on the year. Placed down. The kick is up. It's long enough. And he put it through. So Grayson County takes a 3-0 lead with 6 minutes and 41 seconds on the 27-yard field goal by Logan Raymer. This is Cougar football on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Muhlenberg County again returns this one. This one's picked up at about the 16-yard line, carrying it up the middle across the 25 and finally being brought down across the 30 near the 32-yard line. So a good return there by the Mustangs to start off here their first drive of this game, as they were supposed to get the ball first, but they fumbled the kickoff and Grayson County fell down on it. So they'll place this here at the 33-yard line. So first down and 10 here for the Mustangs, 6:31 to play here in the opening quarter. Cougars lead 3-0. Sending a man in motion. It's a pitch out wide to the right. It's Drake. He's across the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped right there. No gain really on the play, as it might have been Jacob Kerr, the first one in there for Grayson County. So no gain on the play on the first run of the game there by Alec Drake for Muhlenberg County. So second down and 10 here coming up for the Mustangs. Of course, the quarterback for Muhlenberg County is Bronson Healy. He's on the year, he is 18 of 42 for 294 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He's also rushed 28 times for 170 yards. Jamie Bullock and Alec Drake are the 2 rushers, as they've combined for just about 500 yards. A little bit of a bunch formation, as it's going to be a handoff across the right side, and he'll pick up about 3. But immediately being pushed back as multiple Cougars were in there on the tackle. Cooper Terry was the one who's going to be pulling that one down, and that'll be a pickup to the 36. It's a gain of 3 yards, and that'll bring up third down and 7. Can the Cougars get an early stop here? 5:17 to play here in the opening quarter. Grayson County leads Muhlenberg County 3-0. Man in motion here to the near side, it's Revelette. Shotgun formation for Healy. He drops back to pass. It's a 3-step drop, 4-man rush for Grayson County. Now he's going to go to scramble. Coming here to the near side, rolling out. He's going to fire one. He has a man wide open, and it is caught across the 35-yard line. And does the ball pop out? It does. As he had Revelette wide open, and it would have been a big-time gain, but the pass is dropped. So a punt here will come, and that is a big-time relief there for Grayson County, as that would have been a pickup down to about the 32-yard line across here on the opposite side of the field. It's Muhlenberg County working from right to left, and it did just fall incomplete. So Muhlenberg County here to punt this one away, as their punter, I believe, is Revelette, standing at about the 23-yard line. Cougars have 2 return men back, standing at their own 35. Good snap. And it's a short punt, and it's going to be caught and run up and fair caught at the 45-yard line by Caden Woodcock. So that's where Grayson County is going to start here their second possession of this game after forcing Muhlenberg County 3 and out to start it off. So we want to remind you to follow us on Twitter all season long at K105 Sports. So we'll have updates from games that we broadcast, games that we don't broadcast. And that's the best way to follow it there at K105 Sports. And then also you can follow, like us on Facebook. K105 Kentucky is the best way. There's 2 different K105s, but just make sure that you find the K105 logo. That's the best way to do it there. As here comes Grayson County's possession. Under center, it's the I formation. 2 wide receivers out to the far side. Kopp's going to take this himself. He spin moves and dives around towards the 50-yard line. Looks like they're going to stop him about a yard short, though, from there. Started this one at the Muhlenberg at their own 45-yard line. And they'll push this up to the 49. So it's a pickup of 4 yards there by Logan Kopp on the keeper. Again, the I formation. He hands it off to Kerr, lowers the shoulder across the 50, and he's pile-driven back. As in there on the tackle was Bronson Healy. So he's pushed up to the 48-yard line. He does pick up 3. It's Grayson County moving from left to right on your radio dial or on your screen if you're watching with us, as the Cougars in their white jerseys with orange numerals and white helmets, while the Muhlenberg County Mustangs are in white pants, a baby blue jerseys. It looks like a chrome, almost a white helmet of sorts. It is shining, though, in the lights. It's a pitch out to the far side across the 50, spinning down towards the first down marker, and it's all going to depend on the spot. And it looks like he is going to be right at it, as that was Caden Woodcock on the run. And he's right at that first down marker. Looks like a pickup of 3 yards. Will they give it to him? They do. First down, Cougars. So Grayson County picks up the first down on the run there by Caden Woodcock. He picked up 3 on that, and first down and 10 here coming up. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Grayson County leads Muhlenberg County 3-0. Again, the I formation. Kopp under center. He hands it off to the fullback. He's got a full steam ahead across the 35, across the 30. Mason Miller on the run down to the 31-yard line. A pickup of 14 yards, and you've heard that Coach Smart has mentioned how Mason Miller, they've kind of missed him as that fullback, kind of the bully in there to kind of run some players over, and they just handed that one straight off to him. And up the middle. Under center is Kopp. And again, handing this one off across the 30-yard line, spinning down at about the 29. So a pickup of about 3 yards there on the run by Jacob Kerr up to the 29-yard line. 2.5 now to play in the opening quarter. Still 3-0 Grayson County. Under center, 2 wide receivers out on each side. Handoff across the right side, running into his left tackle, still on his feet, but he's brought down from the toes by Hunter Gibson. So Hunter Gibson, they're going to say really maybe a gain of 1, and that'll bring up third down here in about 7 for the Cougars. Under 2 minutes now to play here in this quarter. Side 1 here to the near. Shotgun formation for Kopp. He looks back, and we're going to have a whistle blown. It might be a delay of game here called on the Cougars. It is delay of game called against Grayson County, as they do have a play clock here. So a delay of game penalty backs the Cougars up, and that makes things here a little bit more interesting. Third down and 11 now coming up here for Grayson County. Back to the 33. Shotgun formation. Kopp dropping back to pass. He rolls out to his left. He's still on his feet. He's not going to get away from the second man. And Kopp is brought down for a big-time loss, as Trevor Nolan was the man in there on the tackle. And he's brought down back at the 44-yard line. It's a loss of 11 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down here in a country mile for Grayson County. As that's not what the Cougars were wanting there, as they were going to pass, and Kopp was able to get away from the first man, but not the second. So Kopp to punt this one away. Drake is standing back at his own 15. Slow snap, Cop rugby style punts it, and it's a good one, and it's going to be caught at the 15-yard line by Drake. He bobbles it, and he does look like he falls down with it, and he comes up with it at the 16-yard line. So Muhlenberg County about had their second special teams turnover, but they will end up keeping this one, so the ball will be placed here with 10.3 seconds to play in the first quarter. So they'll get one play. The ball placed at their own 16-yard line. Sam Gormley, though, here with you tonight as we appreciate you joining us. And they're going to spread it out here. 2 wide receivers out to the far side, a shotgun formation. Now they send a man in here, and that's a late substitution, and they're going to have to call almost an illegal substitution here, as it is an illegal substitution on Muhlenberg County. That's a good call there by the officials. Muhlenberg County just sent a guy, and they just ran him out there and immediately put him at wide receiver, and the Cougars slot cornerback kind of looked and was like, wait, where did he come from? He just ran onto the field. So it's an easy call there by the head official, and a nice job there by the officials to talk that one over. And it'll move back here to the 11-yard line. So the Cougars moving here in good field position. The Cougars moving them back. 2 wide receivers out on each side. Shotgun formation for Healy. He's going to pitch it out to the far side across the 10-yard line, trying to get around the corner. He's going to be down. Actually, he's still on his feet and finally brought down at about the 20-yard line. And that'll be the last play of this first quarter. Grayson County leads this one 3-0. This is Cougar football right here on K105.
Take it from me, quitting tobacco isn't easy. It can take several attempts before you can finally quit for good. So if at first you don't succeed, quit. Quit again. And remember, even though quitting is hard, you don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting tobacco, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County.
This one 3-0 here to start this quarter. Muhlenberg County will have it 2nd down and 6. Shotgun formation here for Healy. He's looking to scramble. Now he's just going to run it up the middle as he looked to pitch it, and he had nowhere to go, and in there on the tackle for Grayson County was Ryan Coates. And it's going to end up being a loss of about 2 or 3 yards. So it'll be back to the 17-yard line for the Muhlenberg County Mustangs. So it's a loss of 2 there on the carry. As Bronson Healy tried to pitch that one out to the far side, but soon realized that he had no one there to give it to. So again, Healy, he's going to spread it out. He's got trips to the far side, 1 wide receiver here to the near side. Drake is in the backfield with him. He's going to drop back to pass. It's a 2-step drop. Rolling out to pass now. He's going to try and get away from a man. A penalty flag is thrown. The ball comes out as it was tipped by Grayson County, and it looks like it might be holding on Muhlenberg County, and I think if you're Grayson County, you just decline this and you take your win and make them punt it. So it was thrown by the official, and he is looking towards Ed Smart. So I'd presume that it is going to be holding, and I would probably decline it. Let's see what here comes the call from the official. Holding on Muhlenberg County. That penalty is declined. So that'll bring up 4th down and 6 here for Muhlenberg County. They'll be forced to punt this one away, presumably. So 4th down and 6 coming up here. Oh, no, they accepted it. Plus loss of downs. So they accepted it and gave them a loss of downs. So Muhlenberg County is punting this one from their own end zone. Standing this one here. High snap. And they are, no, it is blocked into the back of the end zone, so that's a safety. So the Cougars block that one through the back of the end zone. So Grayson County now leads this one 5-0. And I'll tell you what, I've watched some Grayson County football here I haven't seen a 5-0 score in a while here in a football game. So Grayson County gets a punt blocked for a safety. So the Cougars now lead this one 5-0. You're right, this is not baseball. We are playing football here. 5-0 is the score. Grayson County leads this one. So and now they're going to have to do the rare safety punt here. So it is 5-0. Cougars lead this one over Muhlenberg County with 10:58 to play here in the first half. So they'll be punting this one away here. So the Cougars are going to get good field position here after taking the 5-0 lead, as it's a pooch punt that's going to be caught at the 48-yard line by Logan Kopp, as he just fair catches that. So the Cougars are going to get good field position here to start after getting their first safety since I've at least taken over. So I'm sure that somebody might be watching with us on Facebook and I'll be able to say, oh, the first safety was here, you dummy, you should know that. As that's usually what I hear is, I'm sure someone knows the answer to that, but it's the first safety since at least I've been doing it. Maybe even we can talk to our illustrious sports writer, Don Brown, and see if he might be able to let us know that stat as well, as he's a wealth of knowledge. Although he did lie to me about the field goal last week, and luckily Coach Clark was able to come through and let us know that he did, in fact, lie to me. Handoff across the right side. Hunter Gibson's going to gain about 1, but nothing more on that run. So to the 47 is where the senior running back, Hunter Gibson. So again, Grayson County leads this one 5-0. As we'll try to bring you some scores here once we get them. As our score again, 5-0 Grayson County, 10.5 minutes to play here in the first half. And it's a handoff up the middle, spin move across the 40-yard line down to near that original, that first down marker. And that was Logan Kopp on the keeper. So they're going to place him to the 40. That's a pickup of 7 yards, and that'll bring up third down and about 2 here. So what do the Cougars draw up here? And probably you're in 4-down territory. Your defense is playing great right now. I'm sure that Coach Smart would let them run here as they have one wide receiver split out to the far side, a bunch formation. And knowing Grayson County, they're going to run this one right down their throat, and they do. And he's got the first down, but a penalty flag comes flying high into the air on the far side of the field. And by that official, it almost means like somebody might have jumped quick. I'm not sure he would have been able to see a holding. False start on the Cougars. Or it might have been actually an illegal procedure. So it is an illegal procedure penalty there for Grayson County. And that'll move them back to the 44-yard line is where they're going to place this. Or, no, it is at the 45. So it's right there in the middle of the logo, and it's right in the, as the Mustang, that's right at the center of the field, has a black mane, I guess is the right word for it. And the football's right there in the middle of it, so it kind of blends right into it. As you can barely even see it there, as it's, for somebody that struggles to see colors, I can't see it at all in there. They run that same formation, though. It's a pitch out to the far side. Hunter Gibson trying to go around the corner, and he's going to get tripped up across the 45-yard line. And he'll be stopped at about the 41. So he picks up 4, and it's 4th down and about 3 here for Grayson County. And now the question is, what do you do? Do you try to pin him deep, or do you go for it here? You're only up 5-0. And yes, if you're just joining us, 5-0 is the correct score here. I agree. It's not something that I've really seen much here at all either. Under center. Goes Kopp. We have a timeout on the field, and it's going to be taken by Muhlenberg County. We'll take it with him. This is Cougar football on K105.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in
It right up the middle. The second effort is going to pick up the first down and more across the 35 down to the 30. Hunter Gibson on the run, and his first run looked like he was going to be stopped maybe about a yard short, but the second effort gets him down to the 31. It's a pickup of 10 yards and a first down Cougars. As we welcome you back here to Muhlenberg County High School, Sam Gormley here with you as Grayson County leads this one 5-0 with 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Cougars looking to add some more points here after receiving the safety punt. Handoff by Mason to Mason Miller across the right side, and nothing going there on the run. So Miller had a big run just a few minutes ago during the Cougars' last drive, but nothing going on his run there. So they will say no gain. Good crowd, though, here tonight as the Muhlenberg County faithful, as they filled up the seats in front of us. Looks like Grayson County has a decent crowd, too, on the opposite side as well. As the ball's out and the Cougars are going to fall down on it, it's another low snap. As Logan Kopp is able to fall down on top of it, but not before. It's a loss of 4 yards, so third down and long coming up. And right now you're looking, from the 35, you're looking at about a 53-yard field goal. So that would be a new school record, as Coach Clark did tell us last week. But I don't think that that's what Coach Smart would really want to test here, especially in a 5-point game. If he's up 25, maybe, to see if he couldn't break the record, but it's maybe too quick. Trips to the far side. Cougars working from right to left. It's a 3-step drop, and he's going to throw the screen pass. It's complete at the 35, being brought down at the 30, which is about the original line of scrimmage. As Kopp completed that pass to Hunter Gibson, and Gibson a little bit gimpy when he got up from that. So it's a pickup of 5 yards, and the Cougars are going to punt this one away. So you're looking at about a 49-yard field goal, and Ed Smart just going to say, we'll play conservative and trust our defense. Punt gets away, and he does get it away. It's a high, booming punt, and it's going to bounce at the 3-yard line and take a Grayson County bounce, and it'll be down inside the 10 and about the 6 or 7-yard line. As he coffin cornered him, and they're going to place it down to the 6. An excellent punt there by Logan Kopp. And the ball will start here with the ball at their own 6-yard line with 6 minutes and 1 second to play here in the first half. Grayson County leads Muhlenberg County 5-0. So it's placed at their own 6. What do the Mustangs do here? Healy goes under center. He has a running back behind him in the backfield. A man in motion goes from the far side to the near side, and a whistle is blown. And that's going to be a false start on Muhlenberg County. Half the distance. That's going to push him back to the 3. So half the distance. So it is called on Muhlenberg County. So the ball's now placed at the 3-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 13 now. Healy going under center. Another man in motion. We have another whistle blown, and I think it might be, no, this time it's a timeout called by the Cougars. I thought at first we might have had another false start called on the Mustangs, which would push them back to about the 1.5-yard line. But we'll see if we can't bring you some score updates here from around the region. Hancock County leads Butler County 9-0 at the end of the first quarter. McCracken County leads Apollo 24-14. That scores in the first quarter. Warren East leads Edmondson County 18-0 at the end of the first quarter. And seeing if there's anything really else to bring you, Owensboro Catholic leads Todd County Central 14-8. That scores in the first quarter of their game as well. And Davis County leads Marshall County 13-6 in the second quarter. Barron County leads Greenwood 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. Graves County is leading Breck County 30-0 right now. And I guess you were something we were talking about on the way down is that's a good game for us to read into and see how would the Cougars match up against the Eagles. Not looking good here as it's 30-0 Breck County in that game. 5-0 is our score though. Grayson County leads. It's a handoff. He gets it up to about the 3-yard line. And no gain on the run there. They might give him one. As that was Bullock on the carry. As they're throwing something out here as it's homecoming here tonight from Muhlenberg County, and they're throwing some sort of ball or something into the stands. Shotgun formation for Healy. He drops back to pass, rolling out to his right. He has a man in chasing, and he has a man wide open. Did he get it in? The official is going to call it complete down to about the 25-yard line as Healy rolled out here to the near side and threw it down here to the near side. A risky call, calling for a pass, but it's complete down to the 27-yard line. So that is a 23-yard pickup on the pass and catch. So Muhlenberg County's offense gets their first big play here of this game against the Cougar defense. Something that you heard, Grayson County's weakness on defense, really their only weakness on defensively is giving up passing yards. The past 2 weeks they've allowed 396 yards through the air. Both Fort Campbell and Breck County have taken advantage of that. Healy hands this one off. Across the right side goes Alec Drake. And he is going to be brought down at about the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up here for the Mustangs. 4:40 to play here in the first half. 5-0. Grayson County leads this one over Muhlenberg County. Glasgow is up on South Warren 14-0. That game is about halfway through the second quarter. Warren East now takes a 24-0 lead over the Wildcats of Edmondson County. And a flag is going to be blown here by the near side official. Dead ball, illegal substitution again called on Muhlenberg County. So that's the second illegal substitution penalty called on the Mustangs in this game. And I didn't realize until just a second ago that the Muhlenberg County coaches are actually in the press box here with us here on the opposite end, as I heard somebody yelling down there about something, and I thought, is there a radio guy getting into this game that much? I mean, I give it to him, but the Mustangs coaching staff down here to our left, it's their head coach Josh Staples in his first season, 2-3 overall, as he replaced Hayes Browning, who resigned at the end of last season, and a timeout is going to be taken by Muhlenberg County. We'll keep it here though. 5-0 is the lead. So we'll bring it here up live as the coaches are really having it. I'm not sure if it's picking up in the microphone or what, but they're not happy down to the other side. It's not usual that we have the coaches up here in the press box with us. In fact, I'm trying to think as I think back here throughout the year and a half now that I've been broadcasting Grayson County football, even dating back to when I was a part of Greenwood's team, I'm not sure that I've ever actually been in the press box with the coaches. Something interesting, I know that we had a game last year, I won't say where it was, that they tried to put me in the press box and in a room with the coaches, and I said, well, no. I said, the last thing that the coaches want is to listen to me blabber. That's because I don't shut up the entire game. As Muhlenberg County does take that timeout, they have There is no penalty for illegal substitution. I'm not really sure what the penalty was picked up for or what, but as it's a pitch out here to the near side across the 25, and he will be picked up, maybe a gain of 1 on the sweep play. As that was Trevor Nolan there on the carry for the Mustangs, and they will give him 1 yard. It's kind of a weird instance there as they called the penalty and said it was illegal substitution. Muhlenberg County takes a timeout, and as we come out of the timeout, they say, hey, nope, not a penalty anymore. I don't know. 3 minutes to play, though, here in the first half. 5-0. Muhlenberg County leads Grayson County leads Muhlenberg County 5-0 here. As a defensive battle here early on, and another whistle's blown, and Muhlenberg County's going to take another timeout. This time we'll take it with them. This is Cougar football on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
As on that play, Muhlenberg County again, they don't like waiting the full minute for the timeout as they came up quick and snapped it, and the pass was incomplete out to the far flat, so Muhlenberg County will be forced to punt. So it'll be 4th down and 9 coming up, so the Cougars going to try and get another stop here. Maybe see if they can add some more points here. 2:50 to play here in this first quarter. As it's a caught here at the 45-yard line and running it across the 50 down to about the 47 is where that one will stop. So Grayson County going to get decent field position on about an 8-yard return. So they will place this here at the Muhlenberg. Ooh, they ended up backing it up a little bit to the 47. As I love when we come on the road at different places where we will have people come and ask us questions that we obviously don't have the answers. We just had, she was very nice, a lady who goes to Muhlenberg County High School, as Kopp hands this one off up the middle across the 45 down to about the 43. On the run is some trickeration there by Grayson County as he went to, looked like he was going to roll it out and just stuck the hand out and handed it off to Jacob Kerr. He gets down to about the 43-yard line. But she came up to us and said, hey, I have music for the dance team to play. And our director for the digital productions broadcast, Chase Blaine, looked at her and said, no, wrong people. Said, we're the other team. Said, I don't think we can really help you. So 2nd down and about 5 coming up here for the Cougars. Shotgun formation for Kopp. He's going to keep this one himself. He's got a hole across the 40-yard line. He's still on his feet, down inside to about the 35, maybe even down to about the 34. 2 minutes to play here in the opening half. So it'll be a 1st down Cougars, though. And they'll say to the 35, so it's a run of 8 yards. The Cougars lead this one, though, 5-0. 1:55 to play here in the first half, trying to add some more points. Trips to the far side. Kopp is going to, again, keep this one up the middle. And this time he's only going to pick up maybe about 1 on the run. Really, Grayson County in no rush. They will get the ball to start the second half, as they'll place this to the 34. So a gain of 1 there on the run by Logan Kopp. 1:30, and I think Coach Smart's probably thinking, worst case scenario, I give it off to my man, Logan Raymer and see if he can't put one in. Hand this one off and trying to get it across the 35. He's still on his feet down to about the 29. As Jacob Kerr was on the run there, and he started coming here to the near side, and then he realized that he had a hole and immediately dug his foot into the ground and took it right up the middle. And it's a good call there as he's down to about the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 yards, and now we got about a minute to play here in this first half. As 3rd down and 4. Shotgun formation, trips to the far side. Kopp looking, he's got a hole across the right side, and he is going to be drugged down by 2 or 3 Muhlenberg County players. And Coach Smart, I think, is going to let this time go down and call a timeout here, and he might let Logan Raymer. Nope, he's going to call it right now. So it's down to the 27-yard line, so you were looking at about a 45-yard field goal. Of course, Raymer's career long is 37. And I'm not entirely sure. So you have 41 seconds left. And I think Grayson County will have 1 timeout remaining now. So I'll ask our digital productions director here, Chase Blaine. They can't really hear you, but what, do you kick the field goal or do you go for it? He says go for it. I say kick the field goal. We'll see who's right. What does Coach Smart do? I bet Coach Smart goes for it. As he's waiting a long time in this huddle to see what might come up. We'll remind you, though, to tune into our halftime show today. So we go to Cougars in the classroom as we make a trip back to the Grayson County Technology Center and learn about something pretty cool that happened earlier in the week that we think really does need a little bit more press. So there's a little bit of your hint there. The Cougars are going to go for this. 4th down and 2 coming up. It's a handoff, and he is not going to get it. He's going to be stopped about a half a yard short. Muhlenberg County stops Jacob Kerr on the run, and he is stopped short with 35 seconds to play. So turnover on downs. So Muhlenberg has 1 timeout remaining. 35 seconds left, and they do pass a little bit. So they will have this at their own 26-yard line with 35 seconds left. See, I think if I'm Muhlenberg County here, I run a draw play, run a run, see if you can get some yards, and then make your decision. You've got that timeout. I don't think you want to open it up and pass here. They are going to run a draw play, and he's got a hole across the 35, across the 40, breaking it back towards the near side, across the 50, still on his feet, down to about the 47-yard line. And that's exactly why you run that draw play, seeing if you can get some yards, and now you can make things a little bit more interesting, as it's a pickup of 27 yards there on the run. Muhlenberg hurrying it up. 20 seconds to play here in the first half. They seem to be in no rush, though. Trips here to the near side. Under 20 now to play. Dropping back to pass. It's a 3-step drop. Healy fakes, pump fakes. He's now going to roll out to the far side, trying to scramble. He's going to fire down the field, and it is incomplete. As it at first looked like a Cougar might have been able to have the interception, but the pass was intended for Trevor Nolan, but it does fall incomplete. 8.2 seconds to play. Here in this first half of play, Grayson County leads 5-0. Ball placed at the 47. This is where I think you run like a hook and ladder, or you've got 1 timeout if you're Muhlenberg County. Do you try and run a quick out route, catch it, call the timeout, and see if you might be able to throw one to the end zone? Because I doubt that Healy has the arm for a Hail Mary. He might. I just don't know that that's necessarily what you can expect from a quarterback, a senior. But then again, you never know. Trips out to the far side, 1 here to the near side. It's a 2-step drop, and Healy is going to fire one. He's got a big arm, and it is going to be incomplete, out of bounds. 2.6 seconds, though, remains, so there will be 1 play remaining. As it was a decent throw, as Healy threw it down here to the near side, and it probably landed at about the 15-yard line. So he's still about 15 yards short, but that's where I think you almost look into a hook and ladder here or something, and I've got to be a little quiet here. The Muhlenberg County coaches are on the other side. I don't want to give them all my offensive coordinator ideas here. So it'll be 3rd down and 10, and this will be the final play of the first half. Grayson County looking to take the 5-0 lead into the half. They're going to go same formation, shotgun formation, running back next to him, trips to the far side, and 1 here to the near side. It's a three-step drop, four-man rush. Healy's going to run. He's got three Cougars chasing him. He's now running back to the opposite end of the field. Penalty flag thrown. It's going to be a holding. Healy's now just going to run this. He's still on his feet. He makes a man miss across the 45, and he's going to be brought down from behind. And another penalty flag is thrown as the official just threw a towel, I think. He threw his flag. He needed something else to throw, and it's a towel, I think, is what he did. It's going to be a penalty flag on Muhlenberg County, but it's not going to matter. That's going to be the end of the half anyways. And I think if you're Coach Smart, you just take your way, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's just going to run this one into the locker room, and it's a penalty flag called on Muhlenberg County. So that is the end of the first half. Grayson County 5, Muhlenberg County nothing. We'll take a break and come back here with more as this is Cougar football on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield. Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to Muhlenberg County High School, where the Cougars lead the Mustangs 5-0 here at the half. And yes, that if you're wondering, what is that really correct? 5-0? Yes. Grayson County leads Muhlenberg County 5-0 here at the half, as the Cougars won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they will have the ball here to start the next half. And Muhlenberg County gets it, and one of their main return men ends up fumbling the ball. Cougars fall down on it. They go down. They're stopped inside the goal line, but they are able to kick a field goal. Logan Raymer hits his 5th field goal of the year. And the Cougars had a 3-0 lead. Both teams kind of went back and forth, but then early on in the second quarter, the Cougars blocked a punt in the end zone that turned out to be a safety. So Cougars had the 5-0 lead. Both teams punted a little bit, and that's really all you've missed. You've missed kind of a punt fest, but Grayson County leads this one 5-0 at the half. So it's been an interesting game, so we do appreciate you tuning in and joining us here for tonight's coverage, as the Muhlenberg County Band has got a interesting setup here on the field. As if you're watching with us on K105 Digital Productions, you can see it's almost looks like the Reebok logo. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's kind of a rainbow out there, but you got a window here down to the near side, so it's interesting. I always like seeing what the bands can come up with and see what they can do. See if I might be able to bring you some scores from around the region. John Hardin leads Louisville Valley 9-0. That score is at the half. Bardstown leads LaRue 21-0. E-Town leads Nelson 48-0. Central Hardin leads Henry Clay 16-3. All of those games are at the half. Glasgow at the half leads South Warren 14-0. Warren East leads Edmonson County 32-0 with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. So a blowout in downtown Browntown happening as the Wildcats will be looking. They are staring right in the eyes of a 1-5 start. So a rough start to the year there for the Edmonson County Wildcats. At the end of the first quarter, Todd County Central leads Owensboro Catholic 16-14. There'd be a little bit of an upset. And again, in district action, Graves County leads Breck County 44-0. So that's kind of all of the scores that I really have to bring you. McCracken County leads Apollo 30-20. And that's all I really have to see here. Our score, though, Grayson County 5 and Muhlenberg County 0, as the band is getting ready to start playing here. So that's our cue to jump into our Cougars in the Classroom segment. So when we come back from break, we'll jump into that, learn a little bit more about something great that happened at the Grayson County Technology Center earlier this week. So this is Cougar Football right here on K105.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
At Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield. Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building.
While the Cougar athletic teams get most of the spotlight from the community, it is in the classroom where they first learn to succeed. This season, we will be featuring some of these people and programs that are making a difference in the lives of Grayson County students. This evening, we head back to the Grayson County Technology Center, where earlier this week a ceremony was held to honor multiple students.
Our second annual signing day, but this is an opportunity to recognize the students that have gone through multiple levels of work-based learning.
On Wednesday morning, school and district administrators met at the Technology Center to attend a ceremony to recognize students in a signing day similar to what an athlete would do. The Grayson County Technology Center is an extension of the high school that offers students more real-world experiences. On an earlier edition of Cougars in the Classroom, GCTC Principal Matt Hayes explained the basics of what they do.
So the Grayson County Technology Center offers students the opportunity to leave our building, graduate from high school with an industry certification, and walk right into the workforce with credentials.
It is the experiences that students are getting there that is making them more successful as they leave school and enter the real world.
And so, I think it's great for students to get out into the workforce and see what it's like, number one, to be in the workforce and what it means to show up, work on time, and to just learn that work ethic. It also gives them an opportunity to say, hey, I think I want to do this, and just get their feet wet a little bit on that. And
at the event, the school's culinary class provided food for those in attendance. Hayes spoke at length about how proud he was of the students. The ceremony was held to show where students had been hired immediately when they left school. Businesses that were involved included Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center, Tinker's Body Shop, and the Grayson County Courthouse. One student that was recognized was Cherie Meredith. She job shadowed locally at the center on Main and the courthouse. She enjoyed getting the opportunity to have something different than sitting in a classroom.
Getting to go out into actual businesses and do stuff hands-on rather than in a classroom.
When asked how getting involved in the community helped her, she didn't hesitate a second.
It helped me decide what I wanted to do and make better choices towards my career and future.
Hayes wants to continue having the signing days, but wants members of the community to know he is willing to welcome any industry in to help train.
I would like to see in the next 2 years, maybe 400 to 600 students are going out into the community and having some experience with work-based learning. And obviously, I always think it's weird when you hear somebody say, well, I can't find X. I can't find a worker to do this job. Well, then help us train those. That's the very best part. We can give you some basic background information here, but then get out into the workforce and help train your future work.
I'm Sam Gormley reporting for Cougars in the Classroom. The halftime show continues in just a moment.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
I am a nurse,
A firefighter. A college student.
A mother.
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
For every storm.
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
my family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just walk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers!
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, it helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Game 105.
Welcome back here to Muhlenberg County High School, where the Cougars lead this one 5-0 here at the half, as we have 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the time, so that's really a little about over 5 minutes. Still had the 3 minutes of warm-up time, as the Muhlenberg County band is still on the field doing, and it almost must be like a Wizard of Oz show or something, because I think they were just playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow or something. I might be making that up. But Grayson County leads this one 5-0 though at the half. If you just joined us, we do appreciate you tuning into tonight's broadcast, as the Cougars had a 27-yard field goal by Logan Raymer, and then they also had a blocked punt that went out of the back of the end zone for a safety. So if the Cougars would have technically been able to come down on top of that one in the end zone, it would have been a touchdown, but instead it went out the back of the end zone, so it was a safety. So it's 5-0. So because I think it's safe to say that I know for self that I am a self-proclaimed stats nerd, and I think Chase Blaine, our main director, is too. We were looking it up and we were curious about if 5-0, if the score holds up and that's the final, which probably won't happen, if it's ever happened in NFL history. It's just what we had said. And the answer is 3 times. And the last time it happened was back in 1978. So the final score of that game was the Bills over the Bengals. Heartbroken here, 5-0. 1978, it happened in 1970. The Cowboys beat the Lions. And in 1927, the Providence Steamroller defeated the Buffalo Bisons. Again, that's back in 1927. Nothing like the Providence Steamroller. I can't say that I've probably ever even heard of the Providence Steamroller. And if you have, then stop lying. So we got about 5 minutes, though, until we're getting ready to get back to action, though. Grayson County again leading this one 5-0. Sam Gormley, though, here with you tonight, as it is the temperature starting to drop a little bit, so it feels actually pretty nice. As this is WKHG Litchfield, though, the Twin Lakes Best Mix K105, as the different ways, though, that we have to listen. As if you're maybe listening with us on your car, truck radio, and you're driving along, and maybe you're about to get home, you can go to K105.com, and right there in the middle will be a link to watch the coverage on our YouTube page. So the best way to do that is also you can search the YouTube page, K105 The Best Mix. It just popped up on your screen. You can go to our Facebook page, and again, that link is popped up on your screen right now. K105 Kentucky is the link for that one. And then the other option is to go to the K105 Sports Periscope and watch that there as well. So those are the different ways that we have for you to watch. And then we also have Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose as an option for you to watch. So we have plenty of different ways for you to watch and join us in coverage. Or you can always, if you prefer the traditional, if you don't want to look at this, which I don't necessarily blame you, you can always listen to the game on K105. As the Cougars, though, will not have a game next week as it is their bye week. But 2 weeks from tonight, they will be back at home as they will welcome in Graves County to Cougar Stadium. As the Eagles are all over Breck County. It was 44-0 last time I checked, and I'll see if I can't be able to bring you some more scores here as we get ready. As, let's see, Central Hardin leads Henry Clay 16-13 at the half. Trinity leads St. X 21-3. That score is at the half. As I heard that we had a score here from the Owensboro game, as Owensboro was beating Ohio County 21-0. Somebody yells down the press box for me. That's good. That's the one I was looking for. Greenwood leads Barron County 16-6. That score is at the half. Davis County all over Marshall County 30-6. That score is also at the half. Warren East smacking down on the Wildcats of Edmonton County 32-0. That score is at the half as well. Russell County all over Warren Central 38-8. And it looks like the Bowling Green Corbin game has yet to start. Is there under a lightning delay? As we've been there before. So they're at Corbin, so that's a long trip for them to make and possibly not even start their game. But again, our score, Grayson County 5, Muhlenberg County 0. The play-by-play of the second half is coming up as this is Cougar football on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
one of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We are Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
The Twin Lakes Fast Moves, K105.
Grayson County to receive this kick here down to the near side, or to the right side of the field from our vantage point here as we start the second half. Grayson County leads this one 5-0. Sam Gormley here with you as we appreciate you joining in here to tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105. So they'll be back to kick this one off. The kicker is Bronson Healy, the quarterback. And it's a pooch kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 28. It's going to die, but the Cougars are going to come up with it at the 27 and going across the 30 to about the 32 or 33 was Hunter Gibson. And they'll place this here to the 30. Are they saying 32 or 33? Still waiting for the placement. And they're going to go towards the 33. So that's where the Cougars are going to start their first drive here of the second half. So Cougars again here with the ball placed, and then they're going to hand one off immediately, waiting no time at all. And across the 35-yard line to about the 36. An interesting score, big-time game happening, I guess, just to the north of us. 10-0, Madisonville, North Hopkins leads Logan County. That game's in the second quarter. That's a matchup of two undefeated teams. Second down and 7 here coming up. Two wide receivers out to the far side, the I formation for the senior quarterback, Logan Kopp. He's going to keep this one himself. He goes behind Mason Miller. He's across the 40-yard line, down up to about the 41. So he's still going to be about 2 yards short of the first down marker. That's a pickup of 5 yards, though. And we have a whistle blown, and I think that there is an injured player. An official timeout. As there is an injured player there for Muhlenberg County. So at first he was surrounded by his players and we didn't really see him, but he is down. So let's hope that there is nothing too serious there. Just trying to see who that injured player is. It's number 25, Jackson Karuba. So let's hope that there is nothing too serious here as he is sitting down here and he's to his feet. Talking now with a trainer from Muhlenberg County. I'm not sure, it might be a concussion. He looks a little bit dazed of sorts. You know, again, don't want to assume anything as he's hobbling off. It could be a multitude of things, but let's just hope it's nothing too serious. Hope it doesn't cause him to miss any extended time really at all. Again, the Cougars with a win tonight would again go to 6-0, but the big thing with this is that they would pick up their 200th win in program history. So the Cougars 3rd down and 2 coming up. Kopp under center. He's going to hand this off to Kerr, and he is going to be stopped and driven backwards. So that was actually Hunter Gibson on the carry, and it's no gain. So the Cougars are going to be forced to punt here on their opening drive, and the offense has struggled a little bit here today. So Kopp to punt this one away. And it's a good snap. Kopp is going to punt this, and it's blocked. And the Muhlenberg County Mustangs are going to fall down on it at about the 34-yard line. Kopp was trying to run away from the man, and it's fallen down on top of, as number 17, Trevor Williams was the one that came down on top of that one. So the punt is blocked, and Muhlenberg County is going to have good field position. .10:22 here to play in the third quarter. Ball placed in the Grayson County 35. Handoff up the middle, nowhere to go. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Back to the 36-yard line. Really, other than one play for Muhlenberg County, the Cougar defense has done an excellent job. I guess you had the one pass play and the one big run there towards the end of the first half, but other than that, it has been dominated here by the Cougar defense. Both teams, though, coming away with a block. As spreading it out now does Muhlenberg County. 2nd down and 12 coming up. Shotgun formation for Healy. He has 2 wide receivers out on each side. He drops back to pass. It's a 2-step drop, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss. Hunter Pendergast in there for the sack. Back to the 41-yard line. Oh no, he threw it away. So I missed him be able to throw it away. It is going to be intentional grounding, as I missed him throwing it away, as he just apparently just threw it off into nowhere, and the official does call intentional grounding. So it's a loss of downs and a spot foul. And they'll place this at about the 48-yard line, which seems like it's probably pretty accurate. So it'll end up turning out to be a loss of 12 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long here for Muhlenberg County. So they need to get to the 24. The ball's placed on the 46. That's 3rd down and 22. Or no longer than that. No, that's about right. Well, I guess it's placed at the 48. So it should be 24. So 3rd down and 24, 25, somewhere in that range. 3rd down and long. Muhlenberg County trips here to the near side, and the snap goes over his head. He's going to pick it up off the bounce, does Healy. He's going to fire off in the flat. It's intercepted at the 49-yard line, across the 50, across the 45. And that was Zach Bratcher on the interception. Bratcher picks that one up at the 48-yard line, and he returns that one across to, they will place this here at the 41. So Bronson Healy's pass is intercepted, and he takes it to the 41. Zach Brancher comes down with it, and the Cougars, maybe that can bring some life to this offense that has really struggled here at some points today. 9:22 to play here in the third quarter. I formation for Kopp. Handoff to Gibson, and he's brought down in the backfield for a loss. He tried to go across the right side, and there were 2 or 3 Muhlenberg County players waiting there for him. So it's a loss of 4 yards. 2nd down and 14 coming up. And I think that Muhlenberg County is keying in on the run big time. And I know that the coaching staff for Grayson County doesn't like to pass a lot, but I think this is a perfect time for a play action. They're going to hand this off, and there's nowhere to go on that one at all. It might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Kopp, no gain. 3rd down and 14. So I see here that they're looking at, in that Corbin game against Bowling Green, they are going to give it one more try and one more lightning strike, and they'll call it. That would stink for Bowling Green to drive all that way to not be able to play at all. Under center, and Muhlenberg jumps, and they don't call it. So now here comes the Cougars, a little trickeration. Up a big hole across the 40, across the 35, down to about the 30-yard line. Hunter Gibson, is he got the first down? He does. to the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards, and that was perfect for Grayson County. Muhlenberg County had about 3 or 4 players jump off sides, and what the Cougars ended up doing is when Muhlenberg County was looking around expecting a penalty to come, they ended up just snapping it and going, and Hunter Gibson had a big-time run. So it's a first down for the Cougars. First down and 10, ball placed at the Muhlenberg 31. Shotgun formation for Kopp. He's going to hand this one up across the left side, across the 30, getting up to about the 28-yard line before being brought down by 2 players is Caden Woodcock. As the man in there was Caden Revelette on the tackle for. So it's a pickup of 2, second down and 8 coming up here for the Cougars. 7:16 to play here in the third quarter. Grayson County leads 5-0 over Muhlenberg County, though. Trying to add some more points here to this 5-point lead. Shotgun formation. Kopp fakes the handoff to Woodcock and instead gives it off to a man across up to the 25-yard line. That was Hunter Gibson. He gets up to the 25. That's a pickup of 4 yards. And that'll bring up third down and 4. And now you're in that really kind of no man's land area where you almost have to think about, do you kick a field goal if you get there, or what do you do? But the Cougars could here, just with a first down, could answer all of that questions for us. Wishbone formation. Kopp is going to hand it off. A big hole across the right side, down towards the first down marker. It appears that he's got it up to the 20-yard line. The Cougar offensive line did a great job there making the hole for Hunter Gibson. And he does pick up the first down up to the 20-yard line. First down, Cougars. The Muhlenberg County faithful, really for the first time tonight, starting to get some life in that crowd as they're trying to see if they might be able to string together a stop here on defense. So they've held the Cougars not being able to finish a couple of times here tonight. Shotgun formation for Kopp. Running back on each side of him. He hands it off to Gibson. He gets around the right side. He's going to pick up 1, but he's going to be run into by one of the ends there off the side there for Muhlenberg County. As it's down to the 19, 1-yard pickup, second down and 9 here coming up. 5:38 now to play here in the third quarter. 5-0. Grayson County still leads this one over Muhlenberg County. Mason Miller goes in motion into the backfield. In fact, he might be the one that gets that one across the right side. Up to about the 16-yard line on the run. It's a pickup of about 4. And that'll bring up third down and about 6. Now you're definitely in Logan Raymer's field goal range. But third down and 6. If Coach Smart, if this play picks up 3, 4, or it's 4th down and 2, 4th down and 3, does he put the trust in his defense and maybe think about going for it? To maybe try and make it a 2-score game as it's a handoff up the left side. Actually, Kopp keeps this, and he does not pick up anything. And without thinking twice, Coach Smart runs Logan Raymer out to attempt the field goal. So Logan Raymer here to attempt the field goal. He is marked down at about the 22, so it's about a 32-yard field goal. Placed down, the kick is up, it's long enough, and he hits off the upright and bounces in. Logan Raymer hits the 32-yard field goal, his 6th of the season, and Grayson County leads this one 8-0.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student.
I went to break there.
A mother, and I am an American soldier. I will always be ready
for every storm and disaster that threatens my community. I will always be there to protect my neighbors
My family.
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
On the return, Muhlenberg County picks it up at the 25-yard line and carries it up the near side. Here to the, probably about the 37. But Logan Raymer hits his second field goal of the game. His 6th of the season, that one from 32. And Grayson County leads Muhlenberg County 8-0. Again, I guess we're more at a football score, but still a little bit of a interesting score at that. 3:46 to play here in the third quarter. It's a pitch out here to the far side on the end around across the 40. He's got a hole across the 50, and he's gone. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Muhlenberg County as they run the reverse, and Muhlenberg County has scored their first true real big play of this game. I think that was Revelette there on the run. And Muhlenberg County has taken an 8-6 lead here, or has made this game 8-6. And will they go for two? So that is a 63-yard run by Revelette. They will go for two, trying to tie the game up. Will Muhlenberg County be able to do this? Shotgun formation, Healy throws off into the flat, and it is complete. We have ourselves a tie game. 8-8, and Grayson County has dominated this game for 2.5 quarters, and just like that, we are all tied up here at 8-8. And what more can you say? Muhlenberg County comes out with a big play. They run the trickeration off of the 63-yard touchdown run. So 8-8 again is our score. 3:38 to play here in the third quarter. They needed just 22 seconds. So they run the trickeration and run the reverse. And he just had a big burst of speed, and there wasn't a Cougar on that defense that could keep up with him. So one play and a touchdown, and the two-point conversion was good. So 8-8 is our score. 3 minutes and 38 seconds to play here in the third quarter. It's a pooch kick. It's going to go over the head, though, and it's going to bounce off, and the ball's loose, and Muhlenberg County's going to fall down on top of it, it looks like. Caden Woodcock went back to grab that, and it just bounced off of his chest. And Muhlenberg County is going to get the ball here at the Grayson County 20-yard line. So the big-time special teams mistake by Grayson County. And momentum in this game, which has been with the Cougars from the first play, has officially switched to the team in baby blue. Shotgun formation. For Bronson Healy, this would be a perfect time for a turnover if the Cougars can get it. Healy dropping back to pass. He's going to have to run away from a man. He's brought down from behind, and the pass is incomplete. As that was Jacob Kerr charging him down. And he was hit as he threw, and the pass was fell incomplete, and it wasn't near anybody. Big, good tackle, clean as he went up, grabbed him by the back, and There was nothing malicious about that at all. So second down and 10, 3:22 to play. Muhlenberg County has the ball here placed at the Grayson County 20-yard line. We're all tied up here at 8. After Grayson County has a turnover on the kickoff. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. 1 running back on each side of the senior quarterback, Healy. And he's going to keep this one himself across the 20, and he's going to be brought down at about the 17-yard line. As I do have a final score of a Lady Cougar volleyball game. Walton Verona defeats the Lady Cougars 2-0. That's played at Lafayette High School as the sets were 25-15 and 25-20. So we'll try to keep an eye on that as we move forward. So ball placed at the 17. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far. Third down and 7. A whistle is blown, and it'll be a timeout taken by Muhlenberg County. So we'll keep it here, though, as it's like I mentioned, you look at this and you see football and most sports are a game of momentum. And from the opening kickoff, when Grayson County picked up off the turnover, they've had momentum this entire game until just about 3 plays ago, when Muhlenberg County broke the big return, 63-yard touchdown run, and then on the ensuing kickoff, they fumble it, giving Muhlenberg County the ball at the Grayson County 20-yard line, and they're already knocking on the door. We're all tied up at 8, and I mean, really, if you would look at this game, this has been, dominated from the start until about the 3.5-minute mark. Has been Grayson County dominating. But since that point, Muhlenberg County has taken advantage of a big-time Grayson County mistake. Coming out of the timeout, do the Mustangs. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers out on each side. Healy in the backfield. He drops back to pass. It's a 2-step drop, firing to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication there. 4th down coming up. And Muhlenberg County, at least via their stats, have not attempted a field goal this year. And from the 17, you're looking at about a 35-yard field goal. I would presume that this is 4-down territory. And that's what makes it a little bit interesting to go for the home run there on a 3rd and long play, especially when you know that you're going to have to go for it on 4th down. That's where you almost want to pick up 3 or 4 and make it a little bit more manageable. 2 wide receivers out on each side. The shotgun formation for Healy. He's going to send a man in motion, and we have a whistle blown, and it's thrown from each side, and it's going to be called on the Mustangs. A false start. So that'll move them back, and now you're looking at 4th down and 12. And now almost, if you're Muhlenberg County, do you try and pooch punt this and kick it out of bounds and try and pin them inside the 1? And this is just all strategy right now. Ball placed at the 22. You've got to get down to the 10. They're going to go for it. Trips here to the near side. 1 wide receiver split out wide to the top. Healy dropping back to pass. He stands in the pocket. He fires over the middle. It is caught. Touchdown, Muhlenberg County. As that was Revelette, and he was wide open in the end zone on the post route. And the Cougars find themselves in a deficit. This is the latest deficit that they have had in a game yet this season. They've not trailed in the second half at all this year. And the 22-yard touchdown pass from Healy to Revelette. And they will go for 2. And throwing to the back pylon, and it is broken up, incomplete. So it remains a 14-8 game as Muhlenberg County leads this one over Grayson County. The Cougars find themselves with their first deficit in the second half this season. And this has been not exactly what the Cougars are wanting here, and this has been a 3 minutes, or really a minute of game action as with the 3:56 mark, Logan Raymer hit that field goal. So for the past minute and a half, this has been the worst minute and a half that Grayson County has played this season, and it's not even close. So Muhlenberg County has their first lead of this game, 14-8. They're back to kick this one away. And this time it's going to roll, and it is going to roll out of bounds right before Muhlenberg County is going to be able to fall on top of it. A risky play for Jacob Kerr to sit there and watch that one as it rolled out of bounds, but it does, and the Cougars are going to end up getting decent field position out of this. As it rolled down the near side, and a Muhlenberg County player went diving for it, and he just wasn't able to get to it in time before it went out of bounds. But again, Muhlenberg County leads this one 14-8. So the Cougars will get the ball here placed at their own 40-yard line. 2:24 here to play in the third quarter. Finding themselves their latest deficit of the season, and a whistle is blown, and it's going to be a penalty on the Cougars. And this has gone from bad to worse here for the Cougars. (14-8) though is our lead, is our score for Muhlenberg County leading Grayson County. Shotgun formation for Kopp. He's going to hand this one off across the right side and being brought down at about the 38-yard line. So it's a pickup of 3 yards on the run. So it'll bring up second down and 12. And right now the Cougars offense is built not to play from behind. They're built to have a lead and just run that clock down. But now we're under 2 minutes here to play in this third quarter, and they find themselves with a 6-point deficit. And Muhlenberg County jumps, and the Cougars don't snap it until after they get back on sides, but it's a big hole across the right side, across the 45, down to about the 46-yard line. Hunter Gibson there on the run to the 46. It's a pickup of 8 yards, and that'll bring up third down and 4. .130 to play here in the third quarter. Muhlenberg again leads Grayson County 14-8. One wide receiver out on each side. They're not even going to cover the man here at the bottom. He's wide open, and they're going to hand it off across the 50. He's got the first down and more, down to about the 46. Caden Woodcock on the carry there. And right now, Muhlenberg County on that last play, and I'm not sure that this has been happening, they left the man uncovered there at the bottom. And that's where, if you have a coach up top, you need to communicate that for Grayson County. And again, they're not covering the man at the bottom here. The near side receiver, they're not covering, and I'm not sure the Cougars have realized this. A big hole across the right side for Hunter Gibson. He's got a man to beat, and he's brought down at about the 31-yard line. So it's a pickup of about 16 yards down to the 30-yard line, and a first down Cougars. 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. First down and 10 from the 30 of Muhlenberg County for the Cougars. And again, who is this wide receiver down here to the near side? It's Talon Smart. They're not letting him anyone, and now a carry across the left side and brought down for a loss of 1 yard. Mason Miller there on the run, and it's a loss of 1. And that might be the final play here of this third quarter. And that will be. So Grayson County trails 14-8 as we head into the fourth quarter of action. This is Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
For the first time this season, the Cougars trail in the fourth quarter. A handoff across the right side, hole across the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Cougars! On the first play of the fourth quarter, the Cougars tie it up. They say, you know what, we're going to trail in the fourth quarter. How about only for 6 seconds? Was that Caden Woodcock on the run there? So the Cougars get the touchdown, so they will attempt the extra point to try and give themselves the lead. A 31-yard touchdown run on the first play of the fourth quarter. Placed down, the kick is up, it's long enough, and he put it through, and Grayson County has taken a 15-14 lead. Wow, on the 31-yard run by, I think, Caden Woodcock. I'm not entirely sure. But on the first play of the fourth quarter, with 11:54 to play in the game. So 15-14, Grayson County has taken the lead. So 11:54 to play here in the fourth quarter. So here we go. What a game this has turned out to be. Whew. And we still got ourselves 11 minutes and 54 seconds to play. So Grayson County will kick this one off to Muhlenberg County. But as we have learned, special teams aren't a given on either side. Both teams having a turnover on returning kickoffs here today already. Raymer kicks this one away. It'll be picked up at about the 17-yard line, breaking it back here towards the near side, across the 25, still on his feet across the 30, and being brought down at about the 33-yard line. Revelette was there on the run. 11:44 to play here in the game. Grayson County leads this one 15-14. So will they place this at the 32 or the 33? It's the 33. So first down and 10 here for Muhlenberg County. Shotgun formation. Two wide receivers out on each side. A running back to his left is Healy. Two-step drop. He's going to fire down the near side, and it is incomplete. As it was intended for two receivers, and it almost looked like the Cougars might have had a chance at intercepting that one. But it falls incomplete. So 11:35 now to play here in this game. Muhlenberg County not taking really any rush. They have no reason to rush to get this snap out. Two wide receivers out on each side. It's the same formation, the shotgun formation. Now the running back goes from Healy's left to his right. Healy sends a man in motion. Now he drops back to pass. He's going to fire off into the flat. It is complete at the 40-yard line, but immediately there to bring him down. It was complete to Braden Lubin. Logan Kopp was there on the tackle. That's a gain of 7, third down and 3. As as they ran the same sort of formation and the same start to the play that they did on their touchdown run, but this time they didn't hand it off to Revelette. Same formation. Healy with the running back to his right. 3rd down and 3. One safety deep. Dropping back to pass. He's going to fire down the field, and it is incomplete. As he had a couple men open, but he decided to go into his man that was covered. And now this is decision time here. 4th down and 3 at your own 40, and the punt team's running on, and I think that's the right call. It's a tough decision, but I think it's the right call to just punt this one away and just trust your defense. You might want to watch, though. This could be prime fake punt territory. Timeout taken here by Muhlenberg County. Will take it with them. 15-14, Grayson County leads.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
One of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We're Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
They decided to make this about a 30-second timeout instead of about a minute, but Muhlenberg County ends up committing a false start, so you didn't miss anything. So it's 4th down and long now coming up. So any chance of a possible fake punt, probably. It's a high snap, and Healy will get it away. And it's going to take a bounce in between two Cougars. It's going to be picked up at about the 34, taking it across the far side, across the 40, still on his feet and running down out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. As Logan Kopp was the man taking that, and they'll mark him down here at the 44. So the Grayson County 44-yard line is where the Cougars will start this one with 10 minutes and 28 seconds to play here in this game. The Cougars lead this one 15-14. Sam Gormley, though, here with you tonight, and it's been an excellent football game here. And the Cougars send two wide receivers out to the far side. Shotgun formation. It's a handoff to Woodcock, who spins inside the 45-yard line. And they'll give him the 46. So it's a pickup of 2 yards on the run there by the junior, Caden Woodcock. So 10 minutes now to play in our game. The Cougars hanging on to this 1-point lead. Two wide receivers again to the far side. No one down here by themselves to the bottom. It's a handoff across the left side, getting it towards midfield and across it to about the 48. That was Hunter Gibson there on the run up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 2. So ball placed on the Muhlenberg 48-yard line. Shotgun formation for Kopp. Two wide receivers out to the far side. He's going to hand it off, diving across the first down marker down to the 45. Hunter Gibson picks up a big-time first down Cougars. To the 45-yard line. And now if you're Grayson County, you just want to see this one start to just wind that clock. Let's let this thing go. But you want to try and add at least a touchdown here. You need a touchdown, because a touchdown and an extra point, you're making it a 8-point game, and a handoff and brought down in the backfield for a loss. Gibson was the man that was carried there. And they're going to give him forward progress. That's still going to be a loss of 3 yards. So the 3 that they got on the previous run by Gibson, they go right back. So it'll be 2nd down and 13, though. 8.5 now to play in our game. Grayson County still leads this one, 15-14 over Muhlenberg County. One wide receiver here to the near side, one to the far. And Muhlenberg jumps off sides, and this time they are going to call it, as I think there was a little bit of contact on the interior of the line. And that'll give the Cougars some yards back here up to the 43. 2nd down and 8 now will come up. Muhlenberg County's done that probably about 4 or 5 times today. They've been called for it once. They've gotten back on sides a couple of times, but that time I think the Cougar left tackle actually did move a little bit, which allows for that penalty to be called. Then it's a neutral zone infraction. 2nd down and 8, though, coming up. Shotgun formation. Muhlenberg showing blitz. Here they come. It's a handoff across the left side, across the 40, still on his feet, across the 35, and that's a 1st down for the Cougars up to the 33-yard line. So up to the 33. So it's a pickup of 10 yards. Up to the far side is one wide receiver, one here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Man in motion goes Grayson County. It's a handoff across the right side, across the 30, lowering his shoulder. The Muhlenberg County says the ball is out. And it is, and Muhlenberg County comes down on top of it. Hunter Gibson fumbles it. And the turnover comes back to bite the Cougars as he got down to about the 27. So Muhlenberg County will get the ball back. 7 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the game. This is one of those where the Cougars are just shooting themselves in the foot here, allowing Muhlenberg to stay in this game. Trips here to the near side, one out far. Muhlenberg working from right to left on your radio dial. Shotgun formation for Healy. He drops back to pass, fires on over the middle, and the pass falls incomplete. So it was a slant, and the receiver stopped. And if he wouldn't have stopped, it probably would have caught him in stride. As I see, Owensboro now leads Ohio County 34-0. That's early on in the 4th quarter of that game. E-Town beats Nelson County 61-14. Our score, though, Grayson County 15, Muhlenberg County 14. Shotgun formation, 3-step drop for Healy. He drops back, finally throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Grayson County comes down with the interception, and I'm not entirely sure what just happened. I don't know. So I think we might have lost our radio broadcast, but it is, I guess it's incomplete. They said it fell incomplete. No interception there. So I'm not entirely sure what happened to our radio broadcast. Seems like we may have lost it. But I think we're still with you live on Digital Productions. 2 wide receivers out on each side. Shotgun formation for Healy. He drops back to pass. He fires down the near side, and it is incomplete. That pass fell incomplete. As the pass fell incomplete, so Muhlenberg County will be forced to punt this one away. The snap takes a bounce, and it's a line drive kick, And this is where you just get away from it. Get away from it if you're Grayson County. Let it roll if it has to. And it's going to roll across the 40-yard line down to about the 37. So it ends up turning out to be a good punt for the Mustangs. As we're hoping to rejoin. There we go. We have rejoined our radio broadcast. We apologize there for that delay. I'm not really entirely sure what had happened. But what you had missed is a couple of incompletions for Muhlenberg County. They have now punted it, and now the Cougars have the ball back. So they'll have this with the ball placed here at their own 37-yard line. Shotgun formation for Kopp. One wide receiver out on each side. The whistle is blown. 6.5 to play. Handoff across the left side. He's across the 40, diving across that. Is Woodcock. No, that was Hunter Gibson on the carry. 43 is where he takes it to. That's a pickup of 6 yards. We have a final score. Graves County has defeated Breckenridge County 51-16. So Graves County picks up their first win in the district. Breck County falls to 0-3. Shotgun formation, though, for the Cougars here on 2nd down and 4. Handoff across the 45, across the 50. That's enough for a first down, Cougars. As that was Woodcock on the carry up to the 49 or 48 to the 48. So a pickup of 9 yards there on the run. First down, though, Cougars under 6 now to play. Grayson County hanging on to a 15-14 lead. Cougars send one wide receiver out on each side. Shotgun formation. Handoff across the left side. It's Woodcock. He's going to try and get around the corner. He's across the 45, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 41. So they'll push this up to the 42, so it's a pickup of 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 here coming up for the Cougars. 5:32 to play. Grayson County still leads this one 15-14. Shotgun formation. Handoff across the left side, across the 40, across the 35. That's enough for a first down and more for Grayson County. Caden Woodcock again on the carry up to the 35. That's a pickup of 7 yards. And the Cougars again, all you're seeing right here is that clock just winding down. That's exactly what you want to see. 5:10 now to play in the game. Grayson County still has the 1-point lead over the Mustangs. One wide receiver out on each side. Shotgun formation for Kopp. It's a high snap. He corrals it. Across the left side goes Woodcock. He lowers the shoulder up to about the 31. So Woodcock has turned into the primary back, and I'm not sure that it's necessarily that surprising to me after the fumble by Hunter Gibson. And Gibson has struggled with that at times this season. So I'm not entirely sure that Coach Smart wants to put that much faith in him during a major situation. Handoff across the right side goes Woodcock. He's across the 30, and he goes about to the 25 before being brought down. Caden Woodcock up to the 26. It's a pickup of 6 yards. 4:10 now to play here in our game. Timeout here taken. Is it a timeout? I haven't seen an official word from the official. And I guess it is a timeout. An official timeout. Right now, Brian Jones is walking out to the middle of the field asking, what is this about? I don't see an injured player. I mean, do you see Do you see an injured player on the field? No, I'm asking our director here. He doesn't see anybody. Now here they come. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure. I mean, usually when an official calls timeout, it's for a chain measurement, an injured player, or they're talking to a coach, and not one of those three things happened. Who knows? We're back to action, though. 4 minutes to play in the game. Cougars could have a touchdown that would make things real interesting. It's a handoff up the middle, across the 25. That would be enough for the first down. It all depends on the spot, and it appears that it is going to be. Let's wait for the official call from the official. First down, Cougars. So he picked up the 1 yard that he needed. 3 minutes and 55 seconds now to play in our game. Again, one wide receiver is wide open up at the top side of the field. Why not take a shot? Ball's out, and Grayson County does come down on top of it. As a bad snap, Kopp comes down with it. Back at the 31, it's a loss of 6 yards, though. The last thing that Grayson County needs to have happen here with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left, because I think you just need to completely just let this time wind. Let it come down. Take as much time off the clock as you absolutely need, and everything that comes with that. So, and I think on the play clock, the Cougars have 10, and they're going to wait until about 1 second every single time to take this snap. Give Muhlenberg the absolute least amount of time that they can have. High snap. 3-step drop for Kopp. He's going to fire it down the far side of the field, and it is incomplete. And there is pass interference, and that's a good call. He was all over him as he went down the field, and I think that is a good call. I mean, he was practically hugging him on the way down. You have to at least give him a chance to catch it, and a pass interference is going to be called on Muhlenberg County, and that is a big-time call, but I think it's the right call. And we have another penalty after the play. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Muhlenberg County. This is going to turn out to be about a 30-yard penalty for Grayson County. Josh Staples runs out to about midfield and starts yelling at his player. I guess a player said something to an official or something. So they might end up making this half the distance to the goal or something. I don't even know where they're going to put this one. As they have it here down at the 8-yard line. So first and goal from the 8. And right now, Muhlenberg County's coach is going out to talk, and he's still unhappy about the pass interference call, but I do think it was the right call, as he had him wrapped up on the way down. As the Cougars took their shot, they've had that man wide open for most of the game, and they finally take the shot, and why not take it? So here it comes. The Cougars looking to add a touchdown. Handoff across the left side, down inside the 5, down to about the 4. And honestly, if you're Grayson County, that's the best thing that you want. You want to try and score this touchdown on 4th down, if at all possible. So it's down to the 4, a pickup of 4 yards. So here comes second down and goal from the 4. One wide receiver out to the high side. Handoff up the middle, going into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Hunter Gibson from 4 yards out, and Grayson County has taken a 21-14 lead. Big time indeed. So Gibson from 4 yards out. Logan Kopp could add the extra point. That would make it an 8-point game. Place down, the kick is up. It's long enough. And he split the upright. So Grayson County leads this one 22-14, 2 minutes to play. This is Cougar football on K105.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
It's one of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We are Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
The kickoff out of bounds. So Muhlenberg County is going to get excellent field position. And I'll tell you what, my little heart can only take so much more of this. We've already had it a couple of times here. We had the Fort Campbell game, which was an identical score. 22-14 was the score of that game. Can we get deja vu much? Fort Campbell was working from right to left. We were high up at Fort Campbell. Blue, it's just a deja vu all the way. So Muhlenberg County has the ball at their 40 with 2 minutes to play. 2 wide receivers out on each side. And a penalty is called, and it's going to be a false start on Muhlenberg. Final score, Owensboro defeats Ohio County 41-0. Two wide receivers out on each side. Shotgun formation for Healy. One-step drop, firing off in the flat. The pass is complete at the 40, but that's all it's going to be complete for. As they're calling for them to hurry this one up, as it's a gain back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10 coming up. As the Cougars right now don't have a man guarding the near side, and here comes someone in. 2 out on each side again. Dropping back to passes Healy, a man in the backfield. Can he bring him down? He will! Big time sack there for Grayson County. As it was number 74, Hunter Harper. In there on the, that was Ryan Mode. In there, and that's going to bring Muhlenberg County back to the 29-yard line. And the Grayson County faithful comes to their feet. 3rd down and long coming up. So it'll be 3rd down and 21. 22-14, Grayson County leads this one. 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the game. With a win, Grayson County would move to 6-0 on the year and pick up their 200th win in program history. With a loss, they would fall to 5-1 and would have to try again in 2 weeks against Graves County to win that 200th game. As there was a timeout on the field as Muhlenberg County did take it. And I believe they might have one remaining. So here it comes. 2 wide receivers out to the far side, 2 here to the near. Shotgun formation for Healy. Dropping back to pass, it's a 4-step drop. He's going to have to scramble again. The Cougars are going to bring him down again in the backfield, back to about the 11-yard line. And on the tackle, a Cougar is slow to get up, but a massive sack, and that's 4th down and a country mile here coming up. As they'll push this back here to the 13-yard line. And it is 3rd down. They have to get to the 50. So in 33, Healy throwing, and it is complete at the 20-yard line. The man is still on his feet as he absorbed a big hit up to the 21-yard line. That's a turnover on down, and the Grayson County Cougars, barring something crazy, will win that win number 200 in program history. Knock on wood indeed. So turnover on downs. Cougars will be able to kneel this one out and survive here tonight against Muhlenberg County. as they are going to call, actually there is an injured player on the play for Muhlenberg County. We'll take a break. This is Cougar Football on K105.
It's one of the interesting things about farming is that probably no 2 days are exactly the same. The day-to-day things are not chores to us. They're work sometimes, but yet in the long run, they're things that we are very passionate about doing on a daily basis. We're a part of providing a quality product to our urban neighbors.
From our hands to yours.
We are Kentucky beef producers, helping to feed Kentucky.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
The Muhlenberg County player is still down on the play. Let's hope that this is nothing too serious at all. When we come back, though, the Cougars will have first down and 10 with the ball at their own 21-yard line with 42 seconds left, presumably just to put a knee down and get out. I'm not sure who the injured player is, but let's just hope that it is nothing too serious. We'll see if we might be able to bring you some scores while we wait here. As South Warren and Glasgow all tied up at 14, 4.5 minutes left in that game. McCracken County leads Apollo 53-32. That score is in the third quarter. Madisonville North Hopkins leads Logan County 17-14. That score is in the third quarter as well. Get a final score. Owensboro defeats Ohio County 41-0. And trying to see if I have anything else really to bring you right now. I saw Edmonson County did lose. Seeing if I might be able to bring that to you. That score is way back here. Franklin Simpson leads Allen County Scottsville 31-21. 6 minutes and 51 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter of that game. Greenwood leads Barron County 16-12. That score is at the end of the third quarter. Louisville Central defeats Meade County 31-6. I'm trying to see if I can't find you that. Well, I guess the last update I have: Warren East 39, Edmonson County 6. That game's in the fourth quarter. Actually, as I say that, Edmonson County scores a touchdown with 15 seconds to play, so the final score of that game will be Warren East 39, Edmonson County 12. And the Muhlenberg County player is still down on the play. So I'm hoping that this is nothing too serious as, we don't want to anybody, but this player is still down on the play. And now the Grayson County trainer is coming up to check on that as well. And that's probably never really a good sign. And let's just hope, as the stadium has come to complete silence. In fact, we'll turn on here this crowd mic. You can hear that there is really no sound coming from either fan base as both teams are on a knee. As both training staffs are surrounding this player. McCracken County now leads Apollo 60-32. A final score, though, Hancock County 37, Butler County 8. Glasgow has now scored to lead South Warren 20-14. 4 minutes left in that game. Davis County has pretty much defeated Marshall County 51-6. I'm not really entirely sure, as we're just hoping. So again, the score, Grayson County 22, Muhlenberg County 14, 42.1 seconds to play in the game. The Cougars will have the football. But an injured Muhlenberg County player has caused this game to stop. And in fact, is that the ambulance coming down onto the field right now? And that's never a good sign. So the ambulance is coming to the field right now. I think they're just waiting to let it actually on. And I think that the Muhlenberg County player is coming around now as they're surrounding. So as they are still trying to, I think, find a way to get the ambulance out onto the field right now. Yeah, and there they are flashing the lights saying that they're here, and here they come onto the field. So they will take it, and you know what? We will go back in here, take a break, and come back here with more. As this is Cougar football right here on K105.
Take it from me, quitting tobacco isn't easy. It can take several attempts before you can finally quit for good. So if at first you don't succeed, quit. Quit again. And remember, even though quitting is hard, you don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting tobacco, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just squawk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers.
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
The Muhlenberg County player has currently just been put into the ambulance here, so we want to be sure to keep him in your thoughts here. Is this appears, any time that the ambulance comes onto the field, it is obviously a very serious injury. And we're coming back to action, though, here. So the Cougars, and I'd presume that Muhlenberg County will just take a knee and get out of here so they can go beat with their player here. So the Cougars will need to take 2 knees. And there's 1 knee. And that will do it as they put the 40-second time on the clock, and they just got enough time in. So Grayson County will improve to 6-0 on the year and win their 200th game in program history of their bye week next week before hosting Graves County on October the 11th. As we'll take a break and come back and wrap things up here after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield. Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky farm families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more. What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Mustangs tonight by a final score of 22-14. That win moves the Cougars to 6-0 on the year and picks up their 200th win in program history. So all dating all the way back to 1974. But obviously the end of tonight's game is, I mean, the result is insignificant compared to what we saw in the last seconds of the game as a Muhlenberg County player was taken off the field on a stretcher and in an ambulance as he just left the high school right now. And like we were just talking with somebody up here in the press box, he said, I got to give Grayson, it's a Muhlenberg County, I think the one who was running the scoreboard, he said, I got to give your team a lot of credit, he said, and we were talking to him about how this was the 200th win in program history. And he said, well, it didn't look like your team. He said, that's great restraint and respect that when a serious injury, anytime the ambulance comes onto the field, it is an absolutely serious injury. And for Grayson County to run off the field almost as if they had just lost is a great sign of respect. And I think it shows a lot about Coach Smart and the coach that he is, as he knows that respect is the most important thing. And he demands it from his players. He demands it from anyone that ever comes in contact with him. And that just shows through that and through his players showing respect to a player who has fallen. Because like we were saying, some things are just way bigger than the game. And obviously a moment like that is the epitome of just that. Our scoring, though, tonight, Grayson County winning this one again by the final score of 22-14. As Coach Smart, I think, he went into the locker room, and I'm sure he'll want to have a moment with his team before he might make the long trek up here to the top of this press box and talk with us. As I'm not sure that I've seen him come out of the locker room just yet, but obviously a tough ending here to this game as the Cougars win. But again, the result is really insignificant for what had happened here in this game. The Cougars, though, do win this one by the final score of 22-14 as they were leading 5-0 at the half. And Logan Raymer hits 2 field goals. The Cougars get a punt block for a safety. And really, other than one playing on special teams for the Cougars where they turned it over, special teams was the difference in the games. But the Cougars do get the W here today. In some instances, that's really all that matters. But again, we want to keep our thoughts with the Muhlenberg County player that was injured after the game, and just hope that he will be okay. We'll take a break and come back here with more. This is Cougar Football on K105.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Nice pool, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, just giving you a taste of what it's like for us fish.
Well, what do you mean?
You people throw all this stuff on the ground, and it washes down the storm drain right into my pool. Ew, yourself. Don't just squawk about it. Stop it before us fish have to take matters into our own hands. Flippers!
Help keep Kentucky's waterways cleaner by keeping trash off the ground. Visit our website to find out how you can help.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Back here to Muhlenberg County High School, where the Cougars have defeated the Mustangs tonight by a final score of 22-14. As I'm still trying to do a peer down to see if I might be able to see Coach Smart, if he's going to make the way up here. As it is a long trek up, but I'm not sure whether he will do that. But again, the scoring here tonight, Grayson County started off the game with a 27-yard field goal by Logan Reamer, and then blocked a punt that ended up going out of the back of the end zone, and it recovered it for a safety. So the Cougars took a 5-0 lead, and it was punt, and the Cougars ended up giving that one away. In the second half, Zach Bratcher had a big interception, and then a 32-yard field goal kick by Logan Raymer gave the Cougars an 8-0 lead. On the next play, though, a 63-yard touchdown run by Revelette tied the game up at 8-8. On the ensuing kickoff, Grayson County fumbles the ball, and Muhlenberg County comes down on top of it. And just a few plays later, they put one into the end zone on a passing touchdown on 4th down and 7 from 22 yards out. The two-point conversion was no good, and the score was 14-8. Grayson County, though, ends up taking a long drive that goes into the start of the fourth quarter and a 31-yard touchdown run with 11 minutes and 54 seconds to play on the first play of the fourth quarter. Gave Grayson County the lead back at 15-14, and the Cougars didn't look back from there. Cougars recovered a fumble, the Cougars fumbled the ball, gave it back, but forced multiple punts down the stretch before forcing a turnovers on down, and in there, Hunter Gibson added a 4-yard touchdown run with 2 minutes to play in the game, and that made us our final score of 22-14. Grayson County, again, improves to 6-0 on the year, and will not be playing next week as it is their bye week, but the week after, so 2 weeks from tonight, they'll be back at home as they will play the Eagles of Graves County in a home game. So the Eagles destroyed Breck County here earlier tonight, so that'll be something that we keep in mind as I hear a police car coming in, as it looks like it's bypassing the school here, as I'm not sure that it's really connected to. But if you just joined us, we want to keep the Muhlenberg County fans, players, coaches, and the player in your thoughts, as he had a very scary injury the ambulance took him out and took him off the field, and anytime you see that is never really a good sign. So we want to keep him in our thoughts and just hope that it's nothing too serious. But I don't see Coach Smart making the way up, as it is a long trek up here high atop at Muhlenberg County. We'll take a break, and if he's here when we come back, we'll interview him. If not, we'll wrap things up. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier. At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome back here to Muhlenberg County, where the Grayson County Cougars have defeated the Mustangs tonight by a final score of 22-14. So the Cougars improved to 6-0 on the year and pick up their 200th win in program history. As it doesn't look like Coach Smart is going to make the way up here. I'm sure that was I'm not even sure the words to describe the way that game ended, with the Muhlenberg player being taken off the field on a stretcher in an ambulance. I just have no words really to describe that, and I'm sure that he doesn't either. And it's really tough to describe it. But I'm going to do one more little peek and see if he's here. If not, we will wrap things up. I did my peek, and I do not see him coming, so it looks like that will pretty much wrap up our coverage here tonight. Grayson County, though, improves to 6-0 on the year with a 22-14 victory over Muhlenberg County. So I want to thank actually the facilities here at Muhlenberg County, as they were very nice to us up here. As we sometimes will run into certain places where it's not necessarily the most welcoming when we come in with the amount of equipment that we do, especially to broadcast live. So we want to thank them for being very welcoming to us and allowing us a spot up here. And what they have is an absolutely beautiful facility. So we want to thank them for that. I want to thank our illustrious sports writer, Don Brown, who's waiting down there at the bottom for us to wrap up so we can head on back to the Litchfield area. I want to thank our K105 Digital Productions crew, Cody Brock, Anna Davis, and our director is Chase Blaine. So on a night where the Grayson County Cougars improved to 6-0 on the year and win their 200th game in program history by a final score over Muhlenberg County of 22-14, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.